Good morning, everyone. Storm Chaser JS here from stormchaserjs.com. Looking at here what is currently Tropical Storm Florence here, looking at the satellite imagery you can see here. Here she is, and I'm starting to notice here maybe that we do have possibly an eye developing here with the center here of circulation. You can see that shows up quite nicely here on the GOES 16. So again, here's the current situation with Florence. Here is Africa over here. So we're going to take a look at some of the model guidance and basically see what the issue with Florence is, and I talked about this yesterday in the video where this is going to end up, and still it's a very, very difficult forecast, so we're going to walk through some of the guidance and try to examine that again a little bit more closely here this morning. So here's the 0Z European. You can see where the model has it here. Looks pretty good with the high off to the north, and here's Florence. That's later on this evening, 8 p.m. Eastern time. And then as we move here, I guess I skipped quite some time here because, you know, not much is really going to happen between here and here. But anyway, here's Wednesday evening where Florence is going to be. And I talked about this yesterday in the video, and this is going to be really, I think, a big player in this entire thing. This big high pressure here sitting over the central and northern Atlantic, as it will steer Florence more to the west-northwest and north-northeast, eventually turning out to sea, which was the original plan a few days ago, but that since no longer will be essentially is being recommended by any of the guys. So here we are Wednesday evening. Here we are Thursday evening. Again, you can see Florence could be possible here given this run of the European. Again, there's that big high pressure off to the north and northeast, steering it around its clockwise flow. Here we are by Saturday. Now, this is when it gets really interesting because a couple things could happen here, and this is where the models, really begin to diverge on the exact future of Florence. Now, Florence will remain weak. I don't think this becomes a hurricane until next weekend. But at this time, you can see how the high quickly gets evaded, and that Florence, if it's in this position or if it's stronger, could it possibly take a turn out, or will it still get blocked by the upper trough that goes through? It looks like that mainly that this will miss the trough off to the north and northeast. But there we are by Saturday evening, and then here we are over the next few days. You can see what happens, that this high builds in by Monday, between Saturday and Monday. This high gets in the way, and now Florence is really beginning to intensify. So it's going to get stuck again, and it's going to have to get driven west-northwest again, if not more west. And this is Monday evening, the September 10th, and I believe I have one more here, yeah, here it is. And then you can see here by Wednesday. Now look at the difference here. You can see that how quickly west-northwest gets driven, and then this high basically comes over the top, builds in, and then there's a trough of low pressure here in the central plain. So by days 10 to 15, where exactly Florence will be in the western Atlantic and how this will all shape up is going to be very, very interesting to see if there will be an impact on the East Coast. And at this time, given what I've seen from the guidance, I think at some point, dates 10 to 15, that Florence will be an impact on the U.S. East Coast. Just where will that be? And I set up a place, if I were to say where it would hit, I'd say anywhere from South Carolina to southern New England would have to keep an eye on this, given what I've seen from all the guidance. And maybe still it could turn out down the road. But as of now, I do believe that this is a threat to the East Coast of the United States, in particular, again, South Carolina to New England. Here is the GFS Ensemble, the National Hurricane Center track guidance. You can see what it looks like there. This is their official black track here. Black line, this is the track here that they have. You can see a lot of the guidance is off the north and west, so it looks like the National Hurricane Center is favoring what the European has, which is what the European Ensemble spread shows here. A wide range of possibilities through day 10, but you can see up through about a week the guidance is pretty much clustered together. And then also take a look briefly here at what's going on here in the Gulf of Mexico, or what will be going on in the Gulf of Mexico right here. This X here is going to get in here, and I do believe that this is going to develop. I have a track on that I issued yesterday morning. I may be overdone with the intensity, but when a storm is small, it can intensify quickly if the environmental conditions seem favorable, which they do in this time, Monday through Tuesday and even Wednesday of next week. So I would not be surprised if you have a low-grade hurricane coming into the Central Gulf by Wednesday of next week. And then finally taking a look over here at the wave a little bit more in close-up detail. Here it is right here. Now again, that will continue to move west-northwest through the Florida Keys and eventually end up in the Central Gulf of Mexico again by Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. That's it for now, and thank you for watching.